But in the NFC South, the Atlanta Falcons just 3 weeks ago, actually 4 weeks because they had a bye week. 4 weeks ago were 6-3 with a seismic lead in the NFC South, following the fact that the Buccaneers had just lost a couple of players. The Saints just fired their coach. That division that I said in the preseason was sealed up had felt ziplock tight shut. It was over with. We could have wrapped it up at that point. Since then, Kirk Cousins, the guy that you paid all that guaranteed money to come in and be a stabilizer for your franchise, has, in the past 3 games, C-Cat, thrown 6 interceptions and 0 touchdowns. 6 picks, 0 touchdowns for Kirk Cousins. Again, the vet, the wise guy, the guy who was supposed to be the stabilizer for this young offense and lift up these weapons that you have. Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Ray McLeod, Kyle Pitts, Darnell Mooney, who's coming along now. Like, you have all of this talent around him. You have the young offensive mind and Zach Robinson that's supposed to be the next coming of the next offensive genius play call or whatever. And Kirk Cousins, for the past 3 weeks, has held the Falcons back from being able to be victorious. And this past weekend on Sunday, that was the worst of them all. The Chargers did not want to win that game. They won it 17-13 against the Falcons there. The Chargers did everything in their possibility to lose it. And the Falcons defense, for once, rose up. They were good. I think the Chargers only had 10 first downs in that game. Los Angeles beat the Falcons with only 10 first downs and the lack of a running game because Justin Herbert was out his guy, J.K. Dobbins, and they couldn't move the ball like they generally do. But Kirk Cousins, not once, not twice, not 3 times, threw the ball away 4 times, including a pick 6, allowing the Chargers to get that win, allowing the Buccaneers to now tie the Falcons atop the NFC South standings right now. And the Falcons need deliverance from Kirk Cousins, and it comes in the form of the number 8 overall pick, Michael Penix Jr. If Raheem Morris don't pull that trigger sooner than later, the Falcons could be on the outside looking in of this playoff race, and they could be watching the Bucs be back-to-back reigning champs in the NFC South, twice in which they didn't really feel like they deserve it. That would be incredible. That would be, just sad, and it would be the ultimate Atlanta Falcons experience. And that's why I'm saying the Falcons, like Jameis Winston needs deliverance from those pick 6s, the Falcons need deliverance from Kirk Cousins if they want to maintain the first-place lead in the NFC South and actually make the playoffs this year. It would be a waste of a season.
Yeah, and you know what? I think one thing I've come to learn in the past maybe 4 or 5 years is that nothing in sports is irreversible. You can always cut your losses, admit you were wrong, swallow your pride, and make a change.
Yeah.
You can make the wrong decision 3 months ago and admit it and fix it. You can make the wrong decision 1 month ago. You can make it 5 years ago. It could have been a wrong decision to draft Michael Penix and sign Kirk Cousins. The combination of the two might have been a mistake. We saw the Denver Broncos last night look to be in a great spot.
Oh, man.
And they got a lot of dead money in Russell Wilson. What do? They got rid of him. They bit the bullet. They were going to take that sacrifice and build with Bo Nix. Same thing can happen with the Falcons.
Yeah.
I know Kirk Cousins is making a lot of money. They just signed him to that boatload of money. But if you're serious about contending, you want to strike while these iron's hot, while you've got Bijan Robinson on a rookie deal, Drake London, I believe, is still on a rookie deal. Darnell Mooney looks like to be a very big bargain.
Yeah.
You got to strike while the iron's hot. Those windows close quickly. We're seeing it in San Francisco right now.
Ooh.
Nothing lasts forever. You're a good football team. You need a good quarterback. And if Penix looks like he can step in and perform at a higher level, you got to pull the trigger now.
And the bar is low. That's the other part of this. It's not like you're asking Penix to come in and save the day. You're asking them just not to be a statue back there and hold the offense back. That's what Kirk Cousins is doing, and he's not even pairing that with conservative, smart decisions. He's throwing the football away. You cannot do that. You can't do it. You're also that's bad teaching tape for Penix anyways. You cannot do that if you're Kirk Cousins. The Falcons need deliverance from that old man. I almost said young man. Who else in sports, in football particularly, needs deliverance? Jameis Winston wants deliverance from pick 6s. The Falcons need deliverance from Kirk Cousins in the form of Michael Penix Jr. Maybe your favorite team can use some football deliverance. We're giving that out today. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline here on Theoretically Speaking, 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Who needs football deliverance today? Like Kirk Cousins and also like Jameis Winston does. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. Who in football needs deliverance the same way that Jameis does and the Falcons do? I'm telling you, C-Cat, the Atlanta can be in a sticky situation if they don't move off of Kirk Cousins. Let me tell you exactly how this is going to go, though. I'm in the head of these guys. I'm in the head of Raheem Morris, first-year head coach, who is savvy. He's a first-year head coach with the Falcons, but he's been a head coach in this league before. Who do the Falcons play this Sunday afternoon?
I think you have the answer. I don't.
The Minnesota Vikings. The Falcons play at the Minnesota Vikings Sunday at 1 o'clock. That means two things, C-Cat. That means that's a Kirk Cousins revenge game. That also means you're going up against not the number 2, not the number 3, the number 1 defense in the NFL in the Minnesota Vikings with that Brian Flores attacking style where he's disguising a lot. He's blitzing, so many zero blitzes. So much gets thrown at a quarterback in those scenarios. That's not the spot in which you will want to debut Michael Penix Jr. You're feeding him to the wolves, literally. Here's what Raheem Morris and the Falcons are going to do. I can tell by the clippings and the interviews and everything I've seen. They've been saying they have faith and trust and confidence in Kirk Cousins, and they're going to say that all week long, and they will trot number 18 out there to lead them against the Vikings. And one of two things are going to happen. Either Kirk Cousins is going to miraculously learn how to move in the pocket more. He's going to find the arm strength that he literally did not have against the Chargers when he was throwing duck after duck after duck. I mean, the ball was flying. It was hanging in the air. It was terrible. Either he finds some Kirk Cousins magic, or what I believe is going to happen, he gets absolutely derailed and abused and pantsed at his former crib. And the Falcons are going to lose that game. But after that, you can justify sitting Kirk Cousins and putting Michael Penix Jr. in. And here's why. The next game for the Falcons, Monday Night Football on the road, but it's the Raiders. Penix can win you that game. After that, Falcons at home against the Giants. Another very winnable game. Next week, at the Washington Commanders. Now Penix has 2 starts under his belt with Zach Robinson, with this offensive scheme that is so beautifully put. And if you have a mobile quarterback that's able to extend plays, that's able to give you better numbers in the run game, you can create more action. You can mess around and have a good rookie showdown against Jaden Daniels right there, Michael Penix. And then you finish the season off at home against the Panthers. Those are 4 defenses I'm not scared of, 4 very winnable games, and a great ramp-up for a rookie quarterback who has sat the first 12 weeks, 13 weeks behind Kirk Cousins, learning the offense, learning the ways of the NFL, to be able to build the momentum you would need in the playoffs. If the Falcons are serious about actually trying to contend, not just make the playoffs, but maybe win a game or two, Michael Penix Jr. gives them their best chance because, well, Kirk Cousins is cooked.